Hey, what's going on, everyone out there in YouTube land? So today we're going to check out a dual 2700 device, this one coming from Wismec, and this is the RX2 2700. Now this is the kit. You can purchase either the mod itself or the kit. If you get the kit, you're going to get the gnome sub-ohm tank, which I have here. I got it loaded up with some of the grape jam monster, and I got it set to 65 watts. And if you're wondering what's behind me, we got a giveaway somewhere in the video, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Let's have a quick vape, and we'll get into it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Very impressive little tank here. So the RX2 was sent over directly by Wismec for the purpose of this review. If you guys are looking to pick one up or check one out after the video, I will have probably 5 or 6 links posted in the description because this comes in all different flavors. You have just the mod, you got the mod and the tank, which is the kit, you got the mod with batteries, or you got the kit with batteries. So prices are going to vary. Heaven Gifts does offer in a variety of different options. Price tag for the mod, $39.60. Price tag for the kit without batteries, $56. The price for the mod with two 2700s, $43.80. And then the price for the kit with 2 batteries, $60.20. Let's have an up-close look at the Reuleaux RX2 2700. This one coming from Wismec. Quick look at the box. You can see pretty plain-looking box. Got some information on the back with your authenticity sticker at the bottom. Inside the box, you will get the RX2 device. This is in the green color. I also have a black one here. The black's kind of boring looking, so I decided to show you guys the green one. Along with the mod, if you get the kit, they will include the gnome sub-ohm tank. You'll get a coil head pre-installed with a Ultim drip tip. They're also going to include an additional drip tip. You'll get a extra glass tank. You'll get a second coil head. You'll get a micro USB data and charge cable, and some documentation, which includes a user manual for the mod, the tank, and a coil reference card. Dimensions on the RX2, 81 millimeters tall, 43 millimeters wide, 35 millimeters thick. If we compare the RX2, which is a dual 2700, up against a triple 18650, which is the Gen 3, you'll see it is a little bit taller. And if we compare it next to the original Reuleaux, you'll see it's about the same height as the Reuleaux. The only difference here is going to be the shape. Starting at the top, we're going to have your 510 connection. You'll notice the opening is milled out directly into the box. Now, the 510 connection is actually fit from inside the box. Some previous Wismec devices had issues with the 510 popping off because they were press fit, so now they decided to press fit it from inside the box to prevent that from happening. In the center, we have a spring-loaded gold-plated pin, and just to show you the black one, you'll get a better look at it because the green isn't coming up too well. Now, if we screw down a 25 millimeter RDA, let's do the Kennedy as usual. You'll see the Kennedy, I believe, will sit nice and flush. Yep, does sit nice and flush, and it comes right to the edge right there. So anything 25 and below will be perfect. Anything over 25, we will get overhang. Along the front, we're going to have this nice oversized firing switch. Love the button on here. Nice large button. Very comfortable to wrap your finger around it. It's very clicky, very responsive. I've had no issues. It's a very tight fit, so we have no button rattle. Below that, we have this beautiful looking 1.3 inch display. And I must say, it is very, very nice looking. Bright, easy to read indoors and outdoors. I have no complaints whatsoever with the screen. We'll go through the menu in a moment. Below that, we got your wattage up and down button. It's a single button, kind of like a rocker style switch. It is a little bit recessed inside the box, once again, to prevent you from accidentally adjusting the wattage if you're holding it like this. And then we have your micro USB port at the bottom. This one does have 2 amp balanced charging over USB, and we also have firmware updates over USB. At the bottom is going to be this little switch, and this is going to access the battery door. Now the batteries on here, the entire side right here is actually going to slide off, and it inserts on a track system. And the way this works, you take the little switch, push it towards the back, it's going to unlock, And now you can take your battery door, slide it off. It's going to hold your dual 2700s. You can easily slide them out. Nice battery door. We got your contacts on the bottom. We do have reverse battery protection. Now this device will not work with 18650s. There is no adapter included, at least not to my knowledge. And to insert your batteries, all you need to do is just slide them in here like so. Once they're installed, as you can see, they hold them in place. They can only slide out from the bottom or the top. And then here's the battery tray. And you'll see we have spring-loaded gold-plated contacts at the top. And there's a look at it without the batteries. And then all you're going to do is take the sled or the tray. And once again, there's that little track. It's going to slide on the track. When it comes to the top, you'll hear it click and lock into place. There we go. So let's have a quick look at the screen and some of the menu features. Now I'm going to tell you right now, with the RX2 and a few of the other previous Reuleaux, I always get confused because the wattage up and down button, one way selects it and then the other way enters into that preset. And I always forget which way does what. This is where 3 buttons would come in really handy for someone like me who gets confused. Hopefully I don't screw it up. But at the top right here, we're going to have the mode that you're currently in. I'm in power mode. We have the wattage, voltage, we have the resistance of your coil, we have the amps, and we have dual battery indicators. So to access the different modes and all the features, 3 clicks, 1, 2, 3. At the top right here, you'll see it start blinking. And now we can go to power, we can go to temperature, or we can go to the TCR with the custom memory banks. Let's go over to temperature, hit the opposite button. You'll see SS starts blinking, that's stainless steel. Now we can go to nickel, we can go to titanium, and then back to stainless. If we click the opposite button again, we can go down here, we can adjust our wattage all the way up to 200 watts. Click it again, we have the option of locking in our resistance. You see the little lock symbol for temperature mode. And then at the bottom, we can change from amps to the puff counter to the time. So I'll set it for amps, and I think I did that perfectly without any screw-ups. So a few other options: if you hold down the firing switch and the wattage down button, it will put you into stealth mode. It will turn the screen off, but you'll still be able to vape. If you do the firing switch and the wattage up button, if I could turn stealth off, there we go, and the up button, it's going to put you into the preheat settings. That will allow you to adjust the preheat or turn it off or on. And then holding down the wattage up and down button together, so many features here, it will lock the power buttons, still allows you to vape, but you just can't adjust the wattage. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will power off the device. Now if you purchase the kit will include the Gnome sub-ohm tank. This is a 25 millimeter tank that measures 40 millimeters tall. You will get 2 510 drip tips. You're going to get a Delrin tip, and you will get a Ultim tip. And you'll notice there's no O-rings on the drip tip, but that's not an issue. You can use all your standard 510 drip tips in here with no problem. Now we do have top fill, and the way to do this is look for the Jabo logo, which is right there, and you could slide it open. There's going to be your fill port right there. Close it off. The tank, we have 2 tank options. We have a 2 ml and a 4 ml. At the bottom, we do have dual airflow control, and I measure the air slots to be roughly 11 millimeter by 2.3 millimeter. And as you can see, you can adjust the airflow, tighten it off, open it all the way up. We do have stopping points on the airflow control ring, which makes it easier to remove the base. And then at the bottom, we just have a traditional standard 510 pin. Also inside the kit, you'll get 2 coils. You'll get a 0.2 ohm and a 0.15. One's rated for 40 to 30 watts. The other one rated 30 to 70 watts. And you'll see one is a dual coil, one is a triple coil, and these are going to be your standard traditional, sub-ohm tank coils, Japanese organic cotton. I do believe they're using stainless steel wire, and they do offer additional coil options, but these are the 2 that they include in the kit. So let's have a quick vape, and we'll talk about what I like, what I dislike, and we'll talk a little bit about the giveaway. And I must say, this little Gnome tank, I've never heard of this tank. I've never tried it. This is the first time I've actually had my hands on it, and I've been using it for a few days, and I must say, this little tank actually is quite impressive. When I took it out of the package, I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. But wow, was I shocked. Let's have a vape. It just keeps up. It has really good flavor, nice airflow to it. I think the gnome tank is a really, I think it's a good addition to the kit. I like the fact they're using 510 drip tips on here because I'm still a fan of 510 drip tips. But the flavor on this thing, really good flavor. Got a little bit of restriction to the airflow. It's not wide open. Overall, very happy with the tank. The device itself, when it comes to the looks, the construction, I think it is an awesome looking mod. I'm not a fan of green. I hate green, but something about this mod is just really pops. And I think it's the way the green blends in with the black. I like the way wismec did this. It's a good looking device. It doesn't have that China look to it. It doesn't look cheesy. It doesn't have any, you know, gimmicky logos on it. It's a really good looking device. The finish, you know, it's just like all the other previous ones. You know, there's nothing really different there. As far as the 510 connection, everything does sit nice and flush. They did improve the 510 connection. They now mount it through the inside. There were issues in the past where people were having issues with the 510 popping off. So now they mounted it through the inside to prevent that from happening, which is a bonus. I still wish they would push the 510 back a little bit so that way we can get something a little bit larger on here with no overhang. Maybe like a 28, but still it looks good with 25, so I won't complain about that. The nice large button, I really am a fan of these larger buttons. They're just more comfortable when you hold your mod like this. You can easily fire it. The screen on here is beautiful. It's not super bright, but you can still read it indoors and outdoors. So I do love the screen. The menu system, on the other hand, does get a little bit confusing for me because, like, the left button will select it, the right button will navigate through that setting, and at times it just gets confusing which button does what. I wish we had a third button on here. It would make things a little bit easier. We have the 2 amp quick charge, which is nice, and we'll charge these 2700s pretty quick. As far as the 2700s, in my opinion, I think they will benefit more in a mechanical device like a tube mod or a mechanical squonk mod. When using them in a regulated device, I don't think you're going to notice much of a difference. You might get a little bit better battery life when compared to a VTC 5A, but it's not going to be anything dramatic. And I think that's one of the reasons why we haven't seen very many 2700 regulated mods on the market. But still, the battery life on here is good. I still need 2 sets of batteries, though, to get me through the day. The battery door, it works. It's tight. There's no battery rattle. I can't complain about it. How will it be in about a month or two? Not sure, but in a month or two we'll find out. As of now, I think it's an awesome device. It performs well. The tank that it comes with is awesome. I think you guys will be very happy with it. As far as any complaints, honestly, I really have nothing to complain about with this one, except for navigating it at times. But usually, I vape in power mode, wattage mode. I set it, and that's it. So I hardly ever go into the menu. All right, so that's pretty much going to be it, guys, for the RX2. Let's talk about the giveaway behind me. So we're going to give away the RX2 in black, and we're going to toss in some liquid. I got tons of liquid that I'm not going to vape, and I will ship it. I have this thing where I won't ship glass bottles because it just breaks. So if I have liquid in plastic bottles, I will give it away. So we're going to give away 3 bottles. We're going to do the Air Factory. We got 2 and 3 milligrams. And then we got I Love Taffy, also in 3 milligrams. It's all untouched, seals in place. This will be a giveaway for the U.S. only, simply because I don't like shipping juice outside the country. So I do apologize for that, U.S. people only. What you guys got to do in the comment section, let me know which wismec product is your favorite. What's your favorite product by wismec? If you don't own a wismec product, tell me which wismec product you have the most interest in. Leave it in the comment section. Make sure that you are a subscriber, because if you win and you're not subscribed, then you are a loser. And make sure you like the video. Once we hit 500 likes, we'll take everyone's name, put it into a randomizer, choose one lucky winner for this delightful little package right here. All right, so that's it, guys. That's all I got for you today. If you have any comments or questions on the RX2, please feel free to leave them below. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to everyone very, very soon. Make sure you guys build safe and vape on.